Pregame.tv special bonus coverage. We're going to talk a little bit about betting and the advantages of living in Las Vegas, places we like to bet, and apps, phones, and the like that we like to use to be able to bet at various places. We're going to lead it off, ask everyone for their favorite sports book in Las Vegas. Bryan Leonard.
Well, specify. What are we talking about for the favorite sports book?
Best place to bet, best place to hang out.
Well, different things.
Sure.
Best place to bet is whoever's got a different line than what everybody else has.
That's what a professional. What a grinder. What a grinder.
So, like, you go to the Golden Nugget when they got their college football games.
Or he'll drive to a Cal Neva if he has to.
Well, they don't even have Cal Nevas anymore. But Jerry's Nugget. If
go down to Jerry's Nugget.
If you can get in and out.
Yep, they'll take a $500 bet. Absolutely.
I used to go to Poker Palace. Was my favorite back then when they made their own lines. That was awesome.
For those of you who have not been to Las Vegas, imagine in your city like the heart of your slum, all right? In whatever city you live in, there's Poker Palace. It really is not a good neighborhood, North Las Vegas. Nice people there, and they did have, unique lines. So I used to go down there. I used to play 17 parlay cards against the Poker Palace lines. They used to call me the $99 seven-team guy.
They just called me Akron man because I always wore my Akron stuff in there. I was the only person from Akron ever to go into Poker Palace.
Were you here? Do you guys remember the beach? The nightclub, the beach
by the Hilton.
Do you remember this Tom Sunset Sportsbook upstairs?
Sunset, not a good place to play because it actually went bankrupt.
That was my favorite. I lived there. I lived there.
They paid. There's a bond that.
It was a nightclub. You could hang out in a nightclub. And I was there every single day.
They paid 86 cents on the dollar for all the outstanding bets. They went bankrupt as a sports book.
Yes, they did. And I said it when I was there. They cannot continue like this. This can't last. Yeah. I would run down the street down that to Convention Center to the Stardust and back to Tom Sunset, Stardust, back to all day.
I love. Where do you like to play? Where do you like to stay?
The beach. Tom Sunset. No, you know where I really like to play?
Right say the beach. I'll say the Wynn maybe.
Yes.
The Encore Beach Club.
You can't beat it. But where I'm really like, besides, we all like what Jay's doing down at Las Vegas at the Superbook.
He does the Hilton.
The Hilton, thank you. He does a great job there. But I really do like, and you guys may disagree, I really like stations. I love Red Rock. I love the Red Rock Sportsbook.
And they got good lines.
They have the best lines.
Let me give
a perfect example. Today, everyone went to 9 on the total of Toronto and Detroit. 9 and the under minus 115.
Yeah.
Right before first pitch, I'm able to get 9.5 under and only lay 120.
Well, it's a locals book for those out of town.
You can't.
They're all over the city, and that's where all
beautiful casinos too.
Having to drive down.
Great sports book.
Down to the Strip.
Let me give a tip on stations. I think this is important because they do have a phone app. Do you have a phone?
Yeah.
What's this phone app you're telling me about? I was banned, so I don't have one.
Yeah, I have the beepers still. I have the beepers and the phone app.
You screwed up.
Yeah, you didn't do it right. No, you didn't do it right.
Here is the secret.
That happened to me at the Stardust. I got my accounts closed because I did it wrong.
Hogs get
That's what happened.
Pigs get fat.
That's what happened.
So what you need to do is, like, you see a really good bet, their limit's a nickel, bet 300.
Yep.
You see another really good bet, your limit's a dime. That's the backs bet 800.
Yep.
Don't be a pig. Don't always try to get the very most.
Yeah.
Don't be parlaying this to like 6 other things.
Yeah.
They kicked me out because they said I was betting on. I was beating the closing line.
But if you're only betting like half the limit, then they suddenly welcome your action because now you're telling them what they need to move.
Exactly.
What's your account? And there's like, well, I'm not getting. So that's a technique. I know one guy in town.
I've been there forever, and most of the games that I end up moving are ones that are going to move, and I do exactly what you said.
You sprinkled around.
That was it because at the Stardust when I was doing what you did, even though I had different accounts, different names, I got the phone call to come down there and close them because of that.
Pissed, right?
He wasn't going to take it exactly, but
very unhappy gentleman.
Yeah, he's not going to have it.
But I do like it. Like if the line's the same everywhere and I know it's going to move, and let's say I want to get down 1,500, I'd be much more. I'd love to bet like 700 and 800, 2 different places if the limit was a dime, then try to put 1,500 into one place and get them to approve it, more than the limit, and then the line moves 2 points. I'm like, what the?
You like the Win too? You're down there all the time.
Yeah, I love the Win. Haven't had enough successes I'd like down there.
Right.
Did a really good job on those.
You're a VIP down there. I hear they're going to send you all kinds of comp stuff. They're looking
That would be nice because they've got plenty of money from me.
They're tight there, man. They're tight, though. That's the only thing. Well, here's also with the sports betting, the comps are terrible. You know, I mean.
Well, their edge isn't very good.
Yeah, exactly.
I got $2,800 at LVH. I asked, can I use it for my super contest?
There they do.
Don't push it, Steve.
They do. The stations do. Coast used to do really good with their comps. The local places do, but the strip one, because I get that question asked all the time on Twitter.
And stations like
and guys are like, you know, they're going to come in, or guys that are even say, you know, they're coming in with 10,000 or whatever, and what could they get? And I tell them nothing.
3%.
You're not getting nothing into sportsbook. You're lucky to get you're lucky to get a buffet.
Well, do keep all your receipts, because what you can do is if you happen to get pounded, you come up with them and you show them 10 dimes.
Yeah, but you're begging for pity.
You're begging for buffets.
Yeah.
You're not getting
RFB for betting.
No,
not without
What about the apps? I know
a couple 100,000 in the cage, and they know you're a square. That's the only chance you have.
Brian mentioned Cal Neva's now part of William M. Hill. I've got their app. I bet on that app. I bet on the Cantor app. It makes it so much more convenient, especially you're running down to do a video. You don't have time to go in. There's taking a kiosk out around town. Do you guys take advantage of both of those?
I do. Yeah.
I've got them both, but to be totally honest with you, I don't like that Cantor app at all.
No.
It's the worst designed app I've ever seen in my life. They only let you check lines on 8 games at a time.
At a time, yeah.
This is crazy. College basketball, you've got 100 games, and they're giving you 8 at a time. It takes time to
see, but you know why I'm okay with that? Back in the day when I used to work at an office that we were just moving, you know, the hot games, when you would call back then, you know, most books didn't even have computers, but you'd call and you'd want to get line changes. So you'd call and you say, you know, are there any changes? Or give me a rundown. And every 5 minutes, you'd call bookies, the same bookie, and ask for a rundown, ask for a rundown, ask for a rundown. It got to a point where they got sick of having to read you every line, like a Wednesday of college basketball, to where you had to put in a courtesy piece if you wanted a rundown.
Well, I really
like you had to put in a piece, a $200 piece.
I like the fact the M line is hidden, because there could be a huge line move, and I pick it off on the tablet. Nobody knows about it. I know what the sharps are betting.
But the only way you do it is if you happen to be looking at it at the exact time.
Got to pay somebody.
That's it.
You know, be diligent or pay somebody. You know, to constantly
monitoring.
Let me go ahead and
make it official.
I'm going to make this official on my favorite places to bet here. Sounds like we had a lot of agreement. Pregame.tv's favorite places to bet in Las Vegas. Place with air conditioning. Oh, my gosh.
Ain't that the truth?
No, seriously, I love betting the Golden Nugget downtown because they put up their own lines on some stuff. Tony Milner's staff does a great job. I love the ambiance and unique lines. I can walk around and check out all the other books. The Wynn is another place I love to go to. Johnny Avello, same thing. Originates has some lines. I can walk over to Treasure Island as well, hit some of those places. And probably the third place, the old Hilton, the LVH, same thing, phenomenal. I think their lines are the sharpest in town, but they put up so much product. And then as far as betting on the apps, William Hill, Cantor, love being able to bet those books. And what's unfortunate is Cantor's built all these phenomenal books, and nobody I know ever goes to any of them because we just bet on our tablet. So there's no reason to go there except for.
And they have built some beautiful book.
Oh, just the starting with the M and then Legacy and everything else. So those are my best bets. It sounds like you guys had a lot of agreement with a whole bunch of those. Did I leave one out that we should have mentioned?
No, but you mentioned
Red Rock.
Well, you mentioned Treasure Island, and a lot of people don't play there because they don't take a lot of action. They don't take big numbers, and if you bet something once, they usually don't like you to bet again. So. Not too many people can get money.
No. I just think it's you.
That's the hardest.
Maybe they hate me. I don't know what it is.
Maybe they just have me.
That is a problem in this town. You would think that in Vegas, with all these sports books, all these casinos, getting down wouldn't be the issue, the difficult part.
Hey, after the NFL season I had, like the last 2 years, like everybody loved
Once you to get down,
they're
inviting. They're sending him a car. He's getting the limo. He's getting.
You got connections to Hyde. Go see Kelly in Vegas. Maybe she can help you out with the winner because you need a kid. Okay, stay with us. Pregame.tv. We'll be breaking down one more video. Boy, it's good to have football back. Stay with us.